Down, 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 down the witch's road. Down, 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 down. Hey everyone, Scott Player, pop cult fan here, and today the newest Marvel show just dropped on Disney Plus, Agatha All Along, and I want to give my thoughts on these first two episodes. They dropped the first two episodes. I think it's either 6 or 8 episodes at max, or whatever the limit of episodes is for this new limited series. It is a spin-off of WandaVision, and I do recommend watching WandaVision before this because Agatha Harkness was the main villain of WandaVision, so it's a continuation of that show. And especially in the first 20 or so minutes of this first episode, you definitely got that same kind of thing that WandaVision did, kind of being a riff off of different genres in television, which is what that first show did so well, which is what a lot of people liked about it, and I liked that. I liked how as the first episode went on, Agnes, as she thought she was, started to, have bits of her memory start to come back, and she was trying to unravel what was going on. And eventually, I don't want to spoil it, but, she remembers who she is, and I thought it was a decent episode. I thought it was a decent first episode, and then the second episode was sort of a without spoiling it, sort of a talk today, recruitment episode where she was going around looking for a coven. And okay, speaking of that in particular, for those of you that are fans of something like Charmed, for example, or the Hocus Pocus movies, this is delving into that kind of genre that a lot of people are familiar with, but because of that, this may not be for everyone. It's a show about witches, witchcraft, the lore of witches within the fictional Marvel universe, essentially. And I think that's really fascinating. This is premiering in the fall. Next month is October, and I can definitely tell that if you have also seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, this show kind of ups the creep factor a little bit, kind of, integrating similar creepiness from Multiverse of Madness into this. So I recommend watching WandaVision and also Multiverse of Madness, because this show is continuing off of those. And as a result of that, I think it's interesting. I do like this kind of genre that this show is tackling. I'm familiar with the genre. I've seen Charmed, I've seen things like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I've seen the Hocus Pocus movies, so I like the kind of genre this is tackling, and I like a lot of the humor, as it's sort of, it's the Marvel humor that you come to expect. And, the main actress, Catherine Hahn, I think she's great as this character. I like the charisma she brings as this character, and I'm really curious where her story goes as the show continues. And then we meet these other characters on this show. Joe Locke, I like the actor. He's a teenager. I like what they do with his character, while at the same time they're keeping it tight-lipped, so to speak. But yeah, they're keeping his backstory tight-lipped. They're not, explaining who he is or where he's originally from. Maybe they're saving that, because throughout these first two episodes, it seems like he's trying to say something, and then nothing, we don't get it, because they're editing it out with silencers or whatever, that kind of thing. And I'm really curious what Joe Locke's character will be, his backstory. I'm curious about his backstory, and they have not, revealed it yet. So hopefully we get that in later episodes. And also, there's this whole thing about this road that's this dead end for witches. supposedly, and it's like a rumor, and I think that's a really interesting concept. I don't really know much about witch lore, so but it's interesting, and I'm really curious where this road is gonna go for the show going forward. Yeah, those are all my thoughts on these first 2 episodes. No grades just yet, because the show will be premiering for the next several weeks, and I'll definitely do a review of the season once it's done airing, so look forward to that. And also, for DC, the Penguin show will also be premiering tomorrow, and I'll give my thoughts on the first episode of that as well. Look forward to that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time down the Witch's Road. Peace.